Reading is your last hope. In a world where everyone's trying to make a living off of your attention, including me, we live in the world of not owning anything and not being happy about it. We got the best of both worlds. We got double dipped, double dunked if you would. A monthly subscription. That's the only way to achieve some type of monotonous entertainment nowadays. I'm sick of it. Everything meant to entice and be nice that's considered advice requires some type of monthly subscription. That's why books are the answer. That's right. Reading. You can literally go to the thrift store on some random day of the week and with a nickel probably buy 4 books. Pieces of literature that once you purchase them, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You never have to buy them again. And then you get to use them and experience them and enjoy them multiple times. You don't have to pay for it again. It's there. It's yours. Honestly, probably not a nickel, more like a quarter. That's your enjoyment that you get to keep, that you get to engulf, to fall in love with, to hate, to digest, to detest, to share, to let ruminate and fester, to blossom, to revisit. All of these things without ever having to buy it again. No monthly subscription. It's yours. It's your book. Reading is punk. Reading is rebellion. At this point, reading is what we have left in our fight against the machine. But guess what? Guess what? Guess what? There's something even better than going to the thrift store and getting a book for a quarter. It's going to the library and getting a book for free. You don't get to keep it forever, right? But you don't need it forever. I mean, yes, don't get to do all the things that I kind of said before when you get to own the book and it's yours. However, you paid no money. It's fantastic. It's a resource being offered to you that you're not taking advantage of. I'm not sponsored by the library. I wish they would. Actually, I wish they wouldn't because that would probably increase their budget and they'd have to pay money and then we'd end up having to pay a membership or a fee or something along those lines. So I don't want that. However, go to the library. I dare you. I dare you. So like I was saying, at this place called the library, you can borrow books for free. They don't make you pay money. They just give you the book. Not a dime, not a zilch, nothing. Don't get me wrong. I understand once you get into books, though, it can turn into a slippery slope. You can slide down that bad boy like a greased up slip and slide in the middle of the summertime. However, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, if you have some self-control and some discipline, unlike myself, you don't have to spend a bunch of money. You don't have to do that. You don't have to make it a whole performative act, if you would. You could just read. I'm gonna flip my clipboard over. Had these headphones on the whole time. That's embarrassing. But when you have self-control and you can handle yourself and don't buy too many books and you don't turn this thing into a weird addiction where it's just as expensive as a monthly subscription for videos and other types of streaming services that you don't really need. They're just brain rotting your brain and making you kind of stupider because you probably even watch YouTube shorts or TikTok shorts or YouTube reels or whatever the heck they're called, and you're sitting here and you're going down the slope of stuff that's just numbing your brain and rotting out your mind. There's nothing you can do. You don't have to pay for that. You're paying for it with years and investment of potential that's being lost. If you can fight that, you'll find that reading is actually very rewarding. And not only is reading rewarding, I dare say that it's vital for your ability to thrive in a future where your competition can barely form a complete sentence. If you're able to sit there and diligently pay attention to a piece of paper that doesn't move and has a long drawn out narrative, and you find that, oh my gosh, I have an interest in something that I didn't even know about. Holy cow, I'm learning from this thing that's fictitious. Who knew that I could escape and have a time that's expanding my mind? It's incredible. The thing is, society has successfully ridden the masses of a skill that we had actually honed through evolution. Our main superpower as human was focus, long-term diligent focus. We're endurance hunters. We're able to just last our endurance and our mind on one subject for a long period of time. And now we've lost that. Okay, we've basically got it down to 10, 15 seconds is max for people's interest. They've stolen our superpower from us. And you're willingly accepting it and politely asking for more, sir. Please, can I have another? That's what it sounds like. I mean, we're all sitting here. I mean, we do it. Everybody does it. We can't help it. We're addicted. And the only way to get out of it is if you start a new habit, and a habit that actually treats you like a piece of the universe that deserves to be discovered instead of just one that deserves to be numbed and put in the corner, right? So we have this book here that you can look into, and it's going to expand your mind in many different ways. You're going to learn things about life from the death of your favorite character, from somebody's death. Your favorite character dying can teach you about how, oh man, I should really appreciate life a little bit more maybe. You're going to learn about yourself from a biography about somebody else. Or maybe you can just develop an unhealthy obsession with fictitious worlds and their inner workings to escape the overwhelming and increasingly invasive, aggressive, oppressive nature of this reality. That's a possibility too. So instead of screaming to the void and falling into the abyss of unfulfillment because our lives lack depth and thought-provoking, mind-juice-inducing art and entertainment, I implore you to find a new form of entertainment that's been around for years, for decades, for centuries, for more than there's ever been TV. It's called books. Rediscover books, please. Let's read together. Not really together, because you can't do that. That's the main reason people probably don't do reading a lot, is because you have to do it by yourself. And it's some, You can't read in someone else's head. I dare you to find another piece of entertainment that you engage with purely with your eyes that is more intellectually engaging than reading. Reading will help you learn to focus and think clearer, more prolonged periods of time, more deeply, more intensely, and more intently about concepts that you don't need a monthly subscription to enjoy. So you can articulate yourself and express yourself and understand more clearly exactly how deprived and depraved the world around you really is.